Hello, welcome to video 16 in my 31 days of tarot. Officially this would be over the halfway mark because, well, 15 is before halfway and 16 is after halfway. I'm, with this one, going to finish up the major arcana, and then I have a few extra cards that the decks I've been using had that I just want to show because... So now we're up to 18, the moon. Sorry, we've got the quick and easy read, the slow tarot, light Seer's tarot, tarot of dreams, this might hurt tarot, steampunk tarot, and the 5-cent tarot. So I know it's the moon, but they got the sun, and we've got the dogs, and we got this lobster thingy, and the towers. Here we've got, looks like a greyhound and a wolf. And we've got two doors in the cliff. Here we've got the moon being submerged by your emotions and the light and the dark wolves on either side of that crossing. Here we've got a wolf and a German shepherd in the water, and we've got bats coming through this porthole, and the moon. Here we have people in the wolf masks, and we've got a lobster coming out, and the wolf looking at the lobster going, oh, what's that? And we've got a light and a dark tree and the moon. It's amazing. The moon's in each one of these cards. And here we've got a cat and a dog and a mechanical lobster and your towers. I'm assuming these towers are the recurring, like in the High Priestess and, what was it? The Hierophant, the two columns of supports keep coming up as, to me, as indicating the structure and society, but the shining light on the moon, but the moon shines its own light. It doesn't need anything. It has its own light, and in fact that could be the moonlight coming down. And here we've got, yeah, wolf and dog and the lobster. So I'm not really sure I can take a lot of these. It would depend on the rest of the reading. So on this one, okay, so it is subconscious, which is what I would get, but you know, I had some psychology classes and things in college, so subconscious, intuition, illusion, and repression, confusion, and fear. So it has to do with the unconscious, your intuition, which is things you seem to know, but you don't remember how you know them. You may have learned them, or who knows, it was just a bolt of lightning into your brain, and you're like, bleh, and you're right, but you just can't prove it. When you're wrong, it's an illusion. You think you're right, but, you know, only time will tell. Traditional is your personal faith and ethics will be tested. It is hard to think clearly. You are confused and easily distracted. Fear and anxiety haunt your thoughts. Paranoia, secret enemies, deception. Your security is at risk. Your friends or family may be in danger. Wow. Well, that's harsh. So your intuition, your personal faith. Like, I believe there will be lobsters. I don't know what a lobster is. Well, have faith in it anyway. I like it. So we go from the moon to the sun. And the sun has, well, the sun, it looks happy. Got the sun, sunflowers. Here's a kid on a horse going through sunflowers. There's a kid on a large dog going through sunflowers. People dancing with sunflowers. Dog. sunflowers are the key. It appears, but everything's happy, plain. So happiness, joy, optimism, discontent, mania, and pessimism. So I guess true happiness, the inverse would be pretend or manic behavior, which can look like happiness to those who are not aware, but you can tell when someone's being manic. So the Sun card seems pretty cool. We want the Sun card, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. And you're just set. Okay. Of course, after being so happy, what do? We're going to lay a little judgment down on you. It's just not right, right? After all that, you finally get everything, and now we're gonna judge you. Here it's the final judgment where it appears souls will be reincarnated into their body and be raised. Here it's judgment. You can see her looking in the mirror, and it just keeps reflecting, seeing everything negative instead of seeing how beautiful she is. Here's another judgment that kind of that spirit leaving. Same with this. Here you have Anubis weighing the hearts against the feather with the person in the center. And then you've got people going up together, joining. This judgment is like playing a song, sort of like musical chairs, and when the music stops, whoever doesn't have a seat doesn't get to sit down. And then judgment time, you've got butterfly and the creepy crawlies, rebirth, calling, awakening, self-doubt, and indecision. So judgment has to do with moving on to the next thing, which, considering this is almost to the end and then we go back to the Fool, that would make sense. Of course, I would think that would be the very last one, but judgment, what does our quick and easy say? Arguments, legal and contractual issues resolved in your favor. If you have wronged someone, seek reconciliation and forgiveness. Forgive those who have hurt you and move on with your life. Find a new career. Oh, okay, I'm dead. I have no body. Find a new career. If you have been in a low period, this card signifies a turnaround. Yay, turnaround. So, okay, rebirth, get that. Judgment, basically move on. Or if you get this card, don't judge yourself so harshly. In fact, I'm going to go again and look at what they say. In the end, the seeker is only accountable to themselves. The triumphs, failures, sins, and acts of kindness that the seeker has collected are weighed against their hearts, and the scale is their own self-worth. Judgment is the signal that whatever story is being told is about to reach a conclusion, and it's time for the seeker to reflect and make some big decisions. Okay. So, judgment, self-reflection. I get it. And now, got the world, the world, the world, the world, the world, the world, and the world. The world. Which is, here you have the entire solar system. Here you have her dancing on the Ouroboros. Pardon me for butchering that. You've got your freaky little Joker guy with all the elements in control. You have, now you've got the magician, but candles burning at both ends, but all the elements represented, dancing again on the Ouroboros. Again, all the elements, dancing, having fun, doesn't even need ground. Things are awesome. So this is the traditional, that's reflecting it, that's reflecting it, that's reflecting it. Here you've got many snakeheads, but completion, harmony, triumph, or disappointment, incompletion, and emptiness. So it's whether you get to your deadline and did you finish it or you didn't finish it. But the traditional, you will enter a period of great happiness and positive events. The pieces fall into place, goals are achieved, unexpected sum of money comes your way. Yay, everybody loves that. Travel or vacation. Actually, the unexpected sum of money prior to the travel and vacation is awesome. Possible change of residence or job, sense of fulfillment and inner peace from helping the less fortunate. Whatever you give will be returned to you many times over. I don't get the return many times over, but I get completion and kind of a celebration, but also that, you know, especially here, that it keeps returning, right? It's a never-ending cycle. And that's why the Fool comes next after this. It's like, ta-da, now we start all over again. So before I end this, I just, on the 5-cent tarot, because they're based, the idea is Victorian era divination type things. They have 4 more cards beyond this, which I think are fun because they have divine faith and egotism, the unknown, and you've got this egg, and then they have the soul or the beyond. And it's got a believe that's a skeleton of a dodo bird. Higher being, belief. Then they have, okay, you have the world. They're going to one-up it with the universe. Infinite growth. And then the messenger and spirit guides. So I thought that's interesting that in that deck, they actually had 4 more cards to play with the reading. On Curemark Keddies, they have, in addition to the court cards, they have the palaces of each, which are really quite nice. I don't know how they would work in the reading. I guess I could look it up. And they also have the Tree of Life. In fact, let's do that right now. I want to... Okay, so the palace actually is sort of like the Fool card, but for the minor arcana, I guess. Palace cards. After the first edition was published, created 4 palace. Okay, so this happened after after it was first published. He describes them as real estate and speculated on how they would appear. Basically, looking at where these would be. So if we think of the palace as a 5th court card, to give the king queen a place to interact with contacts to express themselves. In a reading, the palace cards indicate the energies of the suit expressed as an environment. So where the court cards would be people, if these showed up, it would be the environment in which the reading's taken place. So it may be in the palace and the Tree of Life. What about the Tree of Life? I heard somebody ask. Since it's actually a pretty cool book because it has the Hebrew letters in here and gives you some of the I don't know where the Tree of Life enters in the book to know where to even look for it since it's not in any other deck, right? It's hard to look up things that didn't exist. So we'll go from the back. Well, It's cool. I'm not going to dwell on it. So I thought that was interesting that for the Marchetti, they added 5 more cards to give an environment. So you could use them in a reading and to change that. Now the other one, it's not extra cards, but in the Slow Tarot, I just loved, these are the Ace cards. And each one of these could be just put up on a wall. It's almost worth getting another deck. In fact, I'm wondering if you can just get, you know, just get these and put them in a frame, because they're just beautiful. Okay, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for sticking with me. Remember, I'm looking for questions so I can start doing some readings and practices. I'm from here, I've got an unboxing, and then I'm going to actually do some reviews and just go through some of the decks I have and figure out what else I'm going to do for the next rest of my 31 days. Thank you. Have a great, wonderful day.